Hello, y'all, and I am back. But today, this video is going to be a little different. I'm doing makeup on one of my sisters today just to show y'all how I do it on other people. So, first, I'm going to be taking the Crayon Case Brow Pomade in soft brown and dark brown, and I'm just going to put that on her brows. And I go in with the soft brown in the front, and then I do the dark brown in the back so that her eyebrow, when it dries down, it won't look as harsh. So that's what I'm doing right now, and then I'm gonna set it with Morphe 350 palette, some brown shadows in there, and you're gonna see coming up. So right here, I'm just going in with the dark brown to add more precision on the middle to the end of her brows while keeping the front as soft as possible, just so that she can have that gradient effect in her brows and it won't look all blocky and stuff. When I do other people's brows, I tend to brush their brows more than often, just because I don't feel comfortable with giving people eyebrows that's not brushed out. And I don't know, harsh eyebrows in photos are not that attractive. So yeah. So now I'm going in with the 350 Morphe palette, and I'm going to take this light brown right here, and I'm putting it in the front of her brows, the same thing I do on me. And then I'm going to take this dark brown and this brown and put it on the rest just to set it. So when I go back over it with the pomade, it sticks to the brows. So if you put eyeshadow on the eyebrow before putting pomade on it, it's gonna act as a brow wax so that your hairs and the pomade goes on a little more pigmented. And then I'm going to conceal her eyebrows with the LA Pro Girl concealer right here in Cool Tan, and I'm just going to use that to conceal her brows. On other people, I like to conceal um their eyebrows with the same color as their skin, because I like for the brow to look natural as possible but still look um like it's there, still look, I want it to look like you just got them filled in at what is it, the European wax center, how they wax your brows and then they fill them in for you. I don't like harsh eyebrows, so I would never do harsh eyebrows on anyone. But yeah, I just like to keep it simple, and I covered her little burn spot up here. That's what I'm doing. I'll blend that out later. So when doing other people makeup, I don't rest my whole hand on their face. I just find that as being a no-no. So when I do get close like that with doing eyebrows, I know it might not look like it, but only my pinky, like how you see right here, is laying on her face, and that's only so I can keep the line sharp, so I can keep my hand steady. Really, I do not rest my whole hand on anyone's face. It's just my pinky. So now I'm taking that same LA Girl concealer in Cool Tan, and I'm priming her eyes with it, and I'm just gonna do it on both eyelids. And then yes, I use my finger. I don't use a brush. I use my finger, and my hands are clean, trust me, and her face is clean. I use my hands because I feel that makeup warms up with your hands and your body temperature, so it lays down everything much better. So now after priming her eyes with the concealer, I'm gonna blend the creases out, and then I'm gonna set it with the air spun translucent setting powder with a Wet n Wild fluffy eyeshadow blending brush. So this is my extra step. I love this oil. Y'all hit my girl Ebony up for this oil on Instagram. Her name is Ebong, Ebong, on Instagram, and get this oil. It's called Bruise Your Potion. Let me tell you about this oil. Number one, it's for skin, and it's all natural. So when you put this on your face, it makes your skin super soft. Number two, it's for acne too. So if you have acne scars, redness of acne, you could put that on your skin. I love this oil. I use this oil myself. I actually bought two bottles, one for me and one to use on my clients. And I use it on my clients, especially for my clients who have dry skin, especially around the nose. I don't want the setting powder to pick up their skin and make their face look more dry or have their face feel more dry. So I apply just the right amount, just a little bit on their faces, and this helps the makeup lay down so much better. So I apply it on their face while I'm doing their eyes, just so that the oil can have a chance to set in, and that way when I apply any type of foundation, concealer, powder, it won't stick. So I went in with the Morphe palette, and now with this color I'm going in the Juvia's Place Masquerade palette, and this is the color that I'm using. It's called Zobo, and I'm putting that in her crease. And you're gonna see from time to time I'm gonna be going back and forth between this brush and the big fluffy blending brush, because you have to blend those edges out. You cannot have no harsh lines in your makeup. That's just not acceptable. So I went in with Zobo on both eyes, as I'm showing you right here, and then I'm gonna move on to the next Juvia's Place palette right there. And I'm taking the color Jezebel on the same brush, and I'm going to use it in the crease. Everything that I do on me, I do the same thing on my clients. I do not switch anything up on my clients unless it's different skin tones. That's the only thing I switch up. Everything else, I do the same thing on me as I do the same thing on them. It's just the same routine, just different colors. So I'm going back and forth between the crease brush and the fluffy brush, and I'm just adding more depth into her crease with Jezebel from Juvia's Place, the Nubian 2 palette, as I showed in my last video. And I'm gonna do a halo eye on her. She has the perfect eyes for halo eyes. Really any type of eye makeup, really. So yeah, I'm just gonna go in with Jezebel and Zobo. I'm gonna keep going back and forth with those, and I'm gonna blend it out with the fluffy brush. Then I'm going to go in with the Morphe 35B palette in that purple with that same crease brush. And I'm going to go in the crease again just to give it a little more depth. Just so we can start building up that halo. So when we put that when we put that middle color in, it's going to pop. Everything going to pop. So I'm just going to be going back and forth between that purple, Zobo, and Jezebel. I'm just going to go back and forth in between those two brushes. I'm going to switch the brushes up when I move on to the deep color. And that's going to be a e.l.f. I think it's called a crease brush. But it's the small one. It's the one that's $1. So it's by e.l.f. And right there is where I take the e.l.f. brush. Now with this color, I'm just going to put it on the outside and the inside of her eye. I'm not going to really connect this color, but I am going to blend it out because we just don't want two big purple spots just sitting on the eye. So I'm just going to dab it on the inside and the outside. Sorry that my camera keeps jumping right here. It just don't know what part to focus on. But it's going to stop in a minute. And remember, makeup is like an equation. So what you do to one side, you have to do to the other side. Right here, we was trying to decide what color we was going to put in the middle. And that's why I have the blue and the green on my hand. So I'm just taking NYX glitter primer. If y'all don't have a good glitter adhesive, please get this one. This is the best glitter adhesive in the world, especially if you're on a budget, of course. If you're on a budget, please get this one. This is the NYX glitter primer. You can find it at Ulta because that's where I got mine from. And it just lays down shimmer shadows so good. So this is the gold shadow from the Nubian 2 palette of Juvia's Place. And this one is called Nairobi. And I'm putting that in the middle of her eyes. And then I'm going to take the crease brush that we was using right here. And I'm going to blend it out because we don't want no harsh lines, ladies. No harsh lines. So I'm just going to blend it out on both eyes. And I'm just going to make sure it all look as one. Then I'm taking the Milani concealer and foundation 2-in-1 number 9 tan. Me and her are the same color. Yes, I apply with my finger. I'll do everything with my finger. It's fine. My hands are clean. Trust me. And I'm just going to blend it out with the triangle sponge. I don't really put foundation on her forehead because her forehead is darker than the rest of her face. So she would need a whole nother foundation shade on her forehead. I'm just going to dab it in the middle of her forehead where the T-zone, where the start of the T-zone is. So I'm just spraying this around with one of those triangle sponges. Let me tell y'all something. Please do not sleep on these sponges. These sponges are really good, especially for applying makeup because they soak up just the right amount of makeup. Just the right amount. And at the end, it just makes your makeup look so flawless and so skin-like. I love these sponges. Let me tell you, I would probably use these over brushes any day. Okay, no, I'm pushing it, but if you don't have brushes, please get these. I think they like what $3-4, just depending on how many you get in the pack. And I use these sponges for the whole face. For the whole face until it's time for like powders and stuff, of course. So the concealer, I took Golden ColourPop No Filter Concealer, put it under her eyes and on her nose. I only highlight under the eyes and on the nose and the top of the lip. I don't do none of that chin, forehead, extra stuff. And I don't really put the highlight on the top of the lip. I take whatever product is left on the sponge and just dab it on top of the lip so it won't look like two patches under her eyes. So now I'm taking the LA Girl Pro Concealer in Chestnut and Dark Cocoa, and I go in with Chestnut first on her cheeks, and then I'm going to go in with Dark Cocoa to give her more depth. So then I blended her creases out, and I'm just setting her face with Sacha Buttercup. Now with the powder, I set under the eyes, on side of her mouth, on her chin, on top of her lip, her nose, and her forehead. So the powder I do take in the whole T-zone because you need everything to come together, and the powder actually adds like warmth to the face. So I take the powder everywhere and then I dust it off, which you're about to see in a sec. I love doing other people's faces. I find that I get more enjoyment out of doing other people's faces rather than just doing my own. Don't get me wrong. I like doing my face too, but I don't know, for some reason I just like doing other people's. Like I do eyeshadow looks on them that I don't even think about doing on myself. Like how that go? But it's cool or whatever. So once I dust the powder off, I'm gonna go in with Profusion contour palette that you could get at TJ Maxx for $3.99, and these powders are very pigmented. As you can see, I'm hitting pan, baby. And I just put that over her contour, and I'm gonna contour her nose with that same palette with my handy dandy nose contour brush that happened by accident, but it's okay though, because it works perfectly fine. Let me tell you a little trick. If you feel that the powder made someone's face a little lighter than their neck, take the contour powder that's the same color, or take a powder that's the same color as them, blend it on their chin and blend it on their neck going down. So that way, if they take a picture, it all looks as one, and only the highlighted spots that need to be highlighted look bright. That's a little trick. So I'm just going back into the Morphe 35B palette, and I'm just taking the same colors at the top and I'm using them at the bottom. Then I'm going to take Zobo in the Masquerade palette, and I'm going to leave the middle open because we're going to mimic the top. And I'm going to put Nairobi in the middle. So we did Halo on the top, and we doing Halo on the bottom. Then I'm going to take the Milani Make It Last 24 Hour setting spray. Y'all better get this setting spray. This setting spray holds, okay? It holds. And I'm going to spray her a lot, and then I'm going to fan her off. So then for highlight, I'm taking Maybelline Master Chrome in Molten Gold. And I'm going to take it on this Wet n Wild fluffy brush. I don't know which one this one's called, but it's by Wet n Wild. And I'm going with a fluffy brush first, just so the highlight could look real skin-like. And then I'm going to go in with a more dense brush and then add that pop. so you can see that there's something there, but it's not just two lines on the side of the face. So then I'm going to highlight her nose, and then I'm going to take my finger and highlight the top of her lip. And sometimes I do a little bit on the chin depending on how I'm feeling. So now I'm going to take a smaller brush by BH Cosmetics, and I'm going to highlight the brow bone. Now, I know everybody on YouTube highlight their brow bone first, but I highlight mine last on me and other people. Because I don't know, I just feel like when you do it first, the eyeshadow covers it up and you have to go back in and add it anyway. Add some more anyway. So why not do it first? And I added some on her inner corners. So now I'm just taking Choco Craze by Ruby Kisses Forever Matte Liquid Lipstick and a disposable lip applicator, and we're gonna go in with that on her lips. And then that's gonna be it. My girl looks so cute. She about to start feeling herself in a minute. But thank y'all again for coming back, and I will see y'all in my next one. I told her we gotta do some slow-mos, so start looking cute, do the hair flips. Oh yes, baby. Oh yes, flip it, flip it. Yes, so thank y'all again for coming back. I'm gonna do another client soon, but I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all subscribe and thumbs this video up. Thank you.